Hello everybody, welcome back. It's No Bun Land. We're playing the No Man's Land farm here on Farming Simulator 22. My name is Thumper, the Rabid Rabbit. We're doing trees. Saplings. I did a couple of these before, but I just realized that when you're buying them, you can select what type of tree you want. So I think the last ones I put in were just spruce, because that's the default. These I'm selecting as the stone pine because these trees take the longest, but they're also the largest and the highest yield. So it seems like this is the best investment. I mean, if you're going to wait, 30 months, you may as well wait 36 and get the biggest trees you can get, right? So that's what we're doing. So we're off. These are going to go into the island south of the cotton field, the one that I just harvested in the last episode, right here on the right. Holy Christ, that is so much silage. 9 full trailers and a bale. God damn. And we're gonna do another silage cut here in next month in July. So we'll have even more. Let's see how many of these we can fit on here. That's a lot of trees. I had some extras, so I put them over on the other hill. And jumped to July. We're ready to get started with some harvesting, actually. The wheat is ready, but not the canola, and that's okay, because now we own our harvester. So we can do harvesting whenever the hell we want to, and we don't have to worry about the cost of renting it from one month to the next, which is actually fantastic because I have a great idea. And this grass is ready. Yep, that's second stage. So when we're done with wheat, we are definitely doing another silage cut. Oh boy. We're gonna fill that entire plot of land by the farm store with fucking silage. Millions and millions of dollars of silage, I hope. Yeah, so the wheat's good. Here's my plan. I'm going to harvest the wheat, bale the straw. We'll keep the straw because we're getting a little bit low over by the pigs, so I think we'll keep this one. And then I'm going to plant grass here. I'm going to turn this field right now in July and plant grass. Because I want to use this entire field for canola. And then I'll use the grass field for wheat. So we'll have a bigger wheat field next time. But if I can get grass in the ground here and it can get to stage... Well, shit, we're going to find out. We've got 2 months, I think, before we need to plant the canola. That should be long enough to get the grass growing, get one stage of growth on it at least, and that means we can roll it and get our double fertilizer bonus without having to use any fertilizer on this. So I'm really going to lean into trying to use grass cover crops that we can roll and till in to get our fertilizer bonus and need less fertilizer that way. We do have our slurry, we do have our manure, we can do it, but, we don't have a lot of that. We'd only be able to do, like, one whole field, like, every other year with that. So if we can get away with getting our fertilizer bonus from grass, that would be ideal. One extra small bale of straw. I'm just taking it with me up here to sell. Why not? And July is our top price month for the planks. So despite the fact we sold a bunch of it in May so that we could buy our harvester and header, which we are already using, we do have some that has been produced since. Not a lot of them, but we'll see what we get here. Like, what's this gonna be? Maybe 20 something thousand? Probably more than that. Yeah, 24,000. We'll take it. It's more money in the bank. And now we just gotta finish with the grass. Well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. That's the take from today's silage grass cut and harvest. That's a lot. So put that with the 9 we already have, and we basically have 16 and a solid half trailer loads. And you know, those still come in at 20 to 25,000 a piece, depending on what time of year we get to sell them. So if we can hold on to those till peak pricing, that's going to be a lot. Probably another, what, 450,000? It's fantastic. It's exactly what I want. That's, friends, how we get another spinnery. That's how we get that's how we get a sugar mill. That's how we get a biogas facility. That's how we get more land, is money. But here's the status of our crops. You can see the grass cover crop is growing on the top half, just above the canola there. So hopefully that'll grow in enough that we can use it for its fertilizer factor when the time comes. But otherwise, cotton's good. Everything else is in the ground. We're doing good. This is where we want to be right now. Look at that beautiful harvester. Got the combine out again. We're about to get started on canola. And you can see, so far so good on the cover crop where the wheat was. We've got the grass in the ground growing. It's not at stage 1 yet. It takes 3 months for grass to grow, but I think we could still roll it right now and get a fertilizer factor. So, but we'll wait. We'll wait until next month when it's time to plant. The goal being that once we get the canola out and the sorghum harvested, we need to turn both of those fields and turn them to, well, we could, yeah, I think we'll turn them to grass so that we can do the same thing. Try to use the cover crop, but we'll see. Let's worry about the harvest first. just about done with our harvest of the canola. You can see we've got both of our tractors running too. We've got the Massey running cultivator. We've got the New Holland running stone picker. So we're right in line, fast turning this thing. We're gonna throw down some grass seed. We do need to replant next month, but seeing as how we can get growth on the grass in a month, that's okay, because we'll have stage 2 growth, I guess you'd call it, which is actually cuttable on the north half, and then we'll have just the grass stubble on the bottom half here. We'll see how much we get out of that. I don't know yet how much fertilizer value we're gonna get, whether we're gonna get 1 layer of fertilizer for rolling it or 2. I thought it was 2, but there may be a trick to that. So I think part of the experimentation next month is going to be figuring out how to get the best value of our fertilizer out of this. So I'm going to dump the harvester's content, the canola here, and then I have an idea. You see how long this pipe is? I think we can get a bigger header on this. And so the next biggest header, I think, will still be okay without blocking the ability to empty. That's 25 foot, 7.5. That's 28 foot, 8.5. And there's got to be a couple meters on each side of that still. 12-meter one might be pushing it. I'm not sure if that would work. 13.7. Oof. Well, let's see. If I think there's a couple meters on both sides, then this would work. So let's lease it. We're gonna lease this for the sorghum crop, because the sorghum field's really big, and having the bigger header on there presumably will make it go faster. So let's grab this. Got the pipe out. You can see it still reaches beyond the end of the header, so this is gonna work. I think we will be able to get close enough with the tractor and trailer to continue to empty off of this. I think this is actually an appropriate size header for this tractor. So we're gonna run up to the sorghum field and use this big 41-foot header. This is, it's not quite twice as big as the one we bought. It's 12 meters instead of 7.5. It's also not quite twice the price. 70 grand to buy instead of 40. So if this works well on this field, I am absolutely trading in the smaller one for this. Because now that we're going to be doing sort of bigger crops on these fields, having the faster harvest with the bigger header is going to be, I think, a huge improvement. And it's not bad for 30 grand. Plus we got all that silage over there. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we will definitely be able to afford a small upgrade here. But let's line this up with our sorghum. I was going to jump ahead, but I'm already here, so why not? And I'm going to have to grab one of the tractors real quick and grab the trailer because it's got canola in it. And I have a feeling this big header is going to fill this tractor, or fill this combine pretty quickly. I hope it can make it all the way up and back. Let's see, the New Holland's in the back here, so I'm gonna let it start this row so it's lined up. Yeah. It's filling pretty quickly, but see, the pipe's on this side. So we just need to make sure it's less than 30% when it gets to the end, and then it'll be okay. Looks like it's tracking that way. It'll be able to make it back. I mean, as long as it's less than 50, it'll be able to make it back, and we can empty on the outbound again. Okay, so this is running. Let's kill this. We'll leave it here to pick up a little bit later. It's not in the way. And the New Holland, I'm going to empty the canola and get up to the other field before that combine comes back down. Well, we made it. And as you can see, this is working out. It's a little cozy, but it's not bad. I mean, honestly, it's not much worse than the smaller combines because they have a much shorter auger pipe for unloading, and so, you know, you're actually almost this close to the smaller headers on the smaller combine. So I think this works out perfectly. I don't think the 45 would work. The largest header for this is 4 foot wider, which means 2 feet on each side, which would be extremely close and probably wouldn't work out. But wow, look at that. 12,600 liters already, just from a trip down, back, and halfway back out. So I'm going to be cycling this on every other trip down. So I'm just going to have to run this. I did trade out the new, sorry, not the New Holland, the Massey. Finished the cultivating, so it's doing the stone picking now. Just for comparison, let's take a look here. That is a pretty significant difference. Almost twice as wide. Yeah. I think we will return this rental because we're done harvesting. And we don't need the combine again until next summer. So I think we got plenty of time to get the 70 grand to buy this header. So we're going to turn this in. We're going to sell the small one, get our 40 or 35 grand back for that. And we'll buy this big one for next season because I like it. While we're in here, let's check today's used. Ooh. Alright, hello. 63% off on the forestry trailer. Well, we're going to be doing more of that, so that's a good deal. I'm actually going to grab that. I have to buy a dolly, but I think those are cheap. I want to say that dolly was less than 10 grand anyway. But we will use this relatively frequently for hauling in our trees, and we've replanted trees. So at the very least, we'll be using it every 3 years. Okay, so maybe that doesn't make it worth buying, but I'm doing it anyway, because why not? I'm getting overconfident on the money here because I know how much silage we have over there. We could get a couple 100,000 from it right now if we needed it. I'm kind of hoping we can hold on to it until January and get the full value, though. The Massey is underway. cultivating the canola, sorry, the sorghum stubble. We're in September. It's time to turn and plant. So now is where we find out what's going to happen with this fertilizer. We've got the roller lined up. I'm going to start it out. We did not cut this. It's at stage 1. We could cut a little bit of grass off this, but probably not worth it. So I'm hoping this is double fertilizer. This is not double fertilizer. Shit. Okay, so... bummer. I mean, it's better than nothing. It means if we do have to fertilize this, then we only have to do single application, which will make our slurry and manure go a lot further. So it's better than nothing. But that's disappointing. I wonder if there's a different way to do this that will actually get us our double fertilizer. Let me grab the mower real quick. I'm just curious if we mow then roll, whether that gives us double. Alright, I cut a quick strip in here. The New Holland can't run both halves of the mower. It doesn't have the horsepower, but I just grabbed the front one. And this should give us the information we need. Not going to pick up the grass. I don't even know if I care about it. If we have to mow this whole thing... Yeah, see, okay, so that's single fertilizer for mowing it. And now the question is, if we roll over that, it should be double. That's what's been happening like everywhere else, right? We're getting the single for the cut and the double for the roll. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay. Alright. So I think what we need to do then is pull the Massey off of the cultivation over here for a little bit and just mow this real quick. And then we can get back to rolling. It also means I think we're only going to be able to get single fertilizer on the south half of this field because it's only in stage 1. It's not mowable yet. Whereas this is, because it's second stage. So I think we will be doing fertilizer application on the bottom half of this field. But that's okay because, again, we can do single application with either manure or slurry, and it'll go a lot faster. But, you know, we can check. It's right here. Let's roll this real quick. You can kind of see the difference in the textures there. The right side grown just enough to cut. The left side just grass double. Oh, this is our field split where we hadn't planted, so we get the different texture anyway. That was already a fertilized strip there. Yeah, it's only single. Okay. Well, you know what? That's fine. We'll swap out, we'll mow, then we'll roll, and then we'll do some single application fertilizer. I couldn't resist. I bailed it up. It's only 10 bales, but hey, you know, why not? They're about $1,000 a piece, so that's 10 grand. And that gets us our double fertilizer opportunity, at least on the top half of that field. So I just have to remember that for the future. You do need to cut and then roll if you want the double fertilizer bonus. Woo-wee, that was a little over 3 hours turning those fields. And getting the wheat planted up north in the northeast, and canola in the central field, and then the east grass field will turn into sorghum in the spring. So we're going to have 3 full dedicated fields. And right now, I'm dropping down these lime containers. Found this mod that has a bunch of different containers. In this case, it's 35,000 liters for lime. And I finally figured out how to sell lime on this damn map. You can't sell it at the store, but this stone crusher lime producer can be put into sell mode. So what I want to do is take out, this would be 70,000 liters worth of lime, and put it in these containers so that we have lime for when we actually need it. But then we'll put the stone crusher into production mode, or sell mode rather, and every time we're dropping stone in there, we will be making a little bit of money off of selling that lime. And when we need lime, when these containers get empty, we will just turn off the selling mode, change it to storage mode, and build back our reserve again. I think 70,000 liters of lime will be okay. These containers are only 10 grand, so not too expensive. If we needed a larger storage of lime, I could always add another one. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm so bad at this terraforming. This is just going to turn into a bumpy fucking mess. Okay. Let's walk away from this. Just refilling the water on that stone crusher now that we know we can get more production use out of it. And that, I think we'll wrap it up. We did a big old harvest, a big old silage pull. We turned both of our big fields. We added a forestry trailer to our inventory and some lime storage. Really cranking along now. I think that's going to be it for today, for September, and for episode 33. But when we come back in October, it's going to be cotton harvesting time, and then things are going to get interesting. Do we buy another spinnery? Stay tuned. Until next time, thanks for joining me. Remember, take care of yourselves, and if you can, someone else too. Have a good night.